High up in the endless blue sky where the sun shone brightly and the wind played joyfully, a small, fluffy white cloud was born. It was much smaller than the other clouds around it, barely noticeable among the vast sea of floating giants. The bigger clouds drifted together in groups, covering the sky in their thick, heavy presence, while the little clouds struggled to keep up. The little cloud had a dream of adventure. It wanted to travel the world, to see mountains, rivers, forests, and cities. It wanted to be important, to bring rain to thirsty lands, to help the earth blossom. But every time it tried to move forward, the stronger winds pushed it back. "You're too small to go anywhere," laughed the big dark clouds. "You're just a tiny puff of mist. What can you possibly do?" Their words hurt the little cloud, but it refused to give up. Deep inside, it believed that one day it would prove its worth. One afternoon, a strong wind blew across the sky, moving the clouds faster than ever before. The little cloud was caught in the gust and carried far away from its usual spot. It tumbled and twirled, spinning through the sky like a feather. At first, it was scared. It had never moved so fast before. But as it regained its balance, it looked down and saw a breathtaking sight. Below it stretched a vast, golden desert. The land was dry and cracked, with no sign of water anywhere. The few plants that struggled to survive were wilting, their leaves curling under the harsh sun. The little cloud felt a pang of sadness. It wished it could bring rain to the desert, to make the sand bloom with green plants and colorful flowers. But when it tried to gather water for rain, it realized it was too small. It didn't have enough water droplets inside to create even the tiniest drizzle. Just then, a large black cloud floated by, laughing. "Look at you," the big cloud mocked. "You think you can make it rain? You're barely a cloud, you're just a wisp of mist." The little cloud's heart sank. It wanted to help, but it didn't have the power. As the wind carried it away from the desert, it promised itself that one day it would return, stronger and ready to bring rain. The wind carried the little cloud far from the desert and over a dense green forest. At least, it was supposed to be green. But as the little cloud looked closer, it saw that the trees weren't lush and vibrant. Instead, their leaves were dry, turning yellow and brown. The ground was cracked, and the animals were searching desperately for water. A family of deer walked slowly, their heads drooping in exhaustion. A group of birds flapped their wings weakly, struggling to find a pond or a stream. Even the mighty lion, king of the jungle, lay under a tree, panting in the heat. The little cloud's heart ached. "This forest is thirsty," it thought. "It needs rain, I must do something." But no matter how hard it tried, the little cloud couldn't release any rain. It simply wasn't big enough. Just then, the same large black cloud from before appeared again. "Still trying to be useful?" it sneered. "Give up, little one. You're too small to make a difference." The little cloud felt its confidence waver. Maybe the big cloud was right. Maybe it was too small. Maybe it would never be able to help anyone. But then, something unexpected happened. As the little cloud floated sadly over the forest, it heard soft whispers nearby. Turning, it saw a group of other small clouds drifting close together. They too looked disappointed, as if they wanted to do something meaningful but didn't know how. One of them spoke up. "We also want to bring rain, but the big clouds always tell us we're too small." Another cloud nodded. "We've tried on our own, but it's never enough." A spark of hope ignited in the little cloud's heart. "What if we work together?" it suggested. "Alone, we may be small, but if we join forces, maybe we can create something bigger." The other small clouds looked at each other, their faces lighting up with excitement. "That's a great idea," they cheered. Slowly, the little clouds began merging. One by one, they connected, growing bigger and stronger. The sky, which had been scattered with tiny puffs of white, now held a single, large, magnificent cloud. It was no longer weak or powerless. It was a mighty rain cloud, ready to bring relief to the thirsty forest. The large cloud hovered over the forest, heavy with water. As the wind gently guided it, the first raindrop fell, then another, and another. Within moments, a beautiful shower of rain poured down onto the forest below. The dry leaves drank up the water eagerly, turning green once more. The trees stood tall, their branches stretching toward the sky in gratitude. The deer lifted their heads and ran joyfully through the rain, while the birds flapped their wings with excitement. The lion let out a mighty roar, not in distress but in joy. The entire forest came alive, dancing under the refreshing rain, and high above, the little cloud, now part of something much greater, felt happier than ever before. Far away, the large black cloud watched in astonishment. It had always believed that only big clouds mattered, that small clouds were useless. But now, it saw how wrong it had been. Maybe size isn't everything, it murmured. Maybe teamwork and kindness are what truly make a difference. For the first time, instead of mocking the smaller clouds, the big cloud floated closer and said, "I was wrong about you. You are strong, not because you are big, but because you work together." The little cloud smiled, knowing that it had finally proved its worth. It had shown that no matter how small you are, if you join forces with others, you can achieve incredible things. As the rain continued to fall, the little cloud felt proud and fulfilled. But deep inside, it knew its journey wasn't over. There were still other lands that needed rain, other deserts, other forests, other thirsty places waiting for help. "Come on, friends," the little cloud called to its companions. "Let's go and bring rain wherever it's needed." And with that, the clouds, now united and stronger than ever, drifted forward, ready to spread their gift of rain across the world. So, dear children, we learned that unity is strength. When we work together, we can accomplish great things. No one is too small to make a difference. Every little effort counts. And helping others is the greatest purpose. True happiness comes from making the world a better place.